Hey guys. So it's Saturday. We've got a couple of days left before the election. I hope you like the short I put up before. That's me. That's my son Bear driving. He knows how to work those flappy things. I don't, and I can do the shifter though, because you can do the shifter on um, Mazikeen, the quattroporte. But when I do that, I'm always stomping my foot. You know, there's no clutch. There's no clutch. There's no clutch. I keep trying to do the clutch thing. But, anyways, so we were having some fun in our Mazikeen, and yes, my son is very cute. Um, to all you ladies here in Houston, he is 6'6", single, and super sweet. And but I'm a very protective mama, so there's that. Anyways, what I want to talk to y'all about today is Trump's recent threat to Liz Cheney. He's called her a traitor, wants a military tribunal, and then said, give her a gun and put her in front of a dozen guys with, he said 9, I think, but then another time he said a dozen, but with 9 rifles pointed at her face. Okay, so a couple of things. Number one, that's a terroristic death threat, and he could be prosecuted for it. I know this. My ex tried to fucking prosecute me for a terroristic death threat when I put on Facebook I want to break his kneecaps. But, yeah, there you go. But the other thing he's got to remember about Liz Cheney, her dad, Dick Cheney. And, he was Baby Bush's, that's what I call him, Daddy Bush, Baby Bush. He was Baby Bush's vice. And while he was vice president, he was bird hunting, and he shot his friend in the face. Okay, he shot his friend in the face, and not only did he not get in trouble for it, his friend apologized to him. He apologized to Dick Cheney for Cheney shooting him in the face. I shit you not. So Donald really wants to go toe-to-toe with Dick Cheney? Really? Really? I mean, I know he's got a heart condition, but he's still around. And I also know that he's still the dude you just do not want to fuck around with. Dick Cheney, there's a reason why nobody booed Baby Bush on the floor when he went into the Congress or the Senate chambers. Because fucking Cheney would shoot you. Not really, but, people were afraid of him. Personally, I mean, again, at that time I was a Republican. When Bush got elected the first time in 2000, I was in England. And I was, I was pregnant. No, Bear was born. Anyways, but military, and the for the military, the Republicans generally have been better for us, giving us more, better pay raises, housing, all that stuff, and because Reagan. And Daddy Bush were great for the military. And, I left the States in 92, and my sister got stationed in Germany, at Rhein-Main, which was in Frankfurt, and it was the second half of the Berlin airlift. But it was when Clinton got in office, he started drawing down tons of military bases. And, so, we were Republicans because the Republicans were better for the military. And, especially for career military people, it was very important. And of course, they weren't batshit crazy. But, Trump saying that about Liz, they accuse our side of the violent rhetoric, yet he's the one that's saying that she should be in front of a firing squad. He's the one that's saying she should be, which she's never been in the military. Why would there be a military tribunal? Those are only for people who are in the military being, civilians don't get a military tribunal. That's just stupid. But it's Trump, so, he's stuck on the stupid hill. And again, I think I've mentioned this a few times, the Dunning-Keurig effect. And no, it's not your coffee maker. It's, it's where, it's a study that was done, and essentially what it is that stupid people don't know they're stupid. Now, there's the mountain of stupid, and sometimes they can get to the top and get to enlightenment, and then get off the stupid mountain. But too many people are stuck on stupid, and you can't. And the problem is you can't talk to them because they won't listen. Their viewpoint is that they're right and nobody's going to tell them otherwise. So, sometimes it's really hard. But Dick Cheney was a Republican hero. Still is. Liz Cheney, being the daughter, I mean... So now, what happens if somebody tries to do something to Liz Cheney? And Trump blames us for this stuff, yet he's the one who, him and his kids, made a joke out of poor Paul Pelosi getting beaten with a hammer. That's not funny. It's not funny to me. Is it funny to you? If it is, you're in the wrong fucking place. I don't think threatening violence on anyone. I mean, and yes, I have been hyperbolic before and saying, I'm going to kill this person, or I'm going to strangle him, or bitch slap him back to the Stone Age. But, that's... Have I actually done things like that? No. But are there people sometimes that'd like to do that too? Oh, yeah. And I'm sure you've run into them too. But, fomenting that kind of violence, though, saying somebody, she needs to be in front of a firing squad when we're having such a horrible time in this country with guns, and the Republicans refuse to do anything but thoughts and prayers? Are you fucking kidding me? Thoughts and prayers? Please. Gun control. Even my husband, who has a huge collection of guns, but we have huge safes, plural. And those suckers, they weigh they weigh tons. I mean, literally, they're ginormous, and they're super heavy with the super, foot and a half thick. You got your steel and concrete and all that stuff, and everything from the ammunition, the guns, everything is locked up. Now we got a 13-year-old who's smart enough to never ever get into the gun safe, but we do have a 13-year-old. And then Bear, he's 23, and he shoots with his dad all the time. Donnie and him go, clay pigeon shooting, and he's a very, very good shot. But still, everything stays in the safe. You got idiots like J.D. Vance, his Meemaw had 12 guns all loaded and ready to go, all sorts of different places around the house. You know how dangerous it is? That is a horrible idea. And what an invitation for somebody to come in and take your fucking gun and use it on you. Personally, excuse me, just readjusting here. I'm in my sanctuary, my bedroom. That's my target. I'm a good shot too, but the only time I ever, and I have a carry license, but the only time I ever carry a gun is when, like, Ruthie and I go on trips ourselves, just us, because my husband insists on it. But I have a Gerber knife in a tire iron right next to the seat, and so and that's usually, and my gun has a laser sight on it, and you red dot somebody and they'll probably back off. But here in Texas, it's constitutional carry, which means any idiot can go buy a gun. Now, I'm from Minnesota, where you still have to wait 3 days to get a handgun. And I think that's a good law. And making our schools into virtual prisons. How? Okay, so you don't want to do gun legislation, but you're okay with making our schools into prison-like areas for safety's sake. How dumb is that? Gun legislation would cost a whole fucking lot less. I mean, just think about it. The gun legislation, it would cost so much less than fucking every school in America. Well, never mind. If they win, they want to erase the Department of Education. So those of us who went to public school and came from lower middle class families, I don't know what they do. They don't want people to be smart. They don't want people to be informed. They like dumb people. Because those are the mega people. Non-educated, set in their ways, and, the victimhood thing is just out of control. And I'm sorry, I know I'm kind of rambling and ranty, but it's just it's insane. It's absolutely insane. And when we went to Tennessee, I saw not one but two Trump superstores. My husband would not let me. I wanted to go in. I was wearing my today it's my cat ladies for Harrison Walls, but I had on my Mind Your Own Damn Business from the Midas Touch network I bought. I love those guys. And he wouldn't let me go. He wouldn't let me go. But I doubted. I didn't think that. I doubt. I mean, they might have said some shit. But, I'm a chick. It's the South. Donnie wouldn't have let me go in alone. He would have gone with me. And he's always, he's shorter than me. He's 5'7". I'm 5'9". But he doesn't have little man syndrome, which is really, really nice. But you got to remember, he was 20 years in the military as a cop. He's been during his time in the military, he was in combat a lot. And then when he got out of the military, he worked for a private security firm that was based in England, and went back to Iraq and Afghanistan. And if you're in another country being paid, if you're in a country being paid by a foreign country, you are a mercenary. Donnie was a mercenary. But I got tired of him getting shot at, and he got the job with Baker Hughes, and so now nobody shoots at him. He sleeps heavy, and if there's one of those beetles that look like the giant cockroach, I will make him wake up, and he's hard to wake up. So generally I'll take my pillow and beat him with it, because I can't, those things freak me out. But anyways, back to my main rant for today. Trump once again calling out and saying this person should be shot. This person, how many people now? How many people? his enemies list, the enemy within, and he said, he lawyers donate, people who donate, people who help work on the campaign, people who vote Democrat. Those are the people that he wants to use the National Guard and the military against. And BT Dubs using the military against American citizens is strictly prohibited. That's why we have a National Guard. You cannot use the military in the United States. The military does not, you can't. That's not legal in any way, shape, or form. It's just not. And and it's very authoritarian. I mean, Trump saying he wants to use the military on Americans. What the fuck? How is that supposed to bring us together, you douchewad? It's just, God, he's such a twat waffle, I'm telling you. Sorry. But, yeah, just, we're so close to the finish line, and y'all need to vote. Vote. I voted, my son voted, my husband, we all voted, and nobody had to vote to cancel anybody else out. We all voted Democrat, hoping to get rid of frickin' Ted Cruz, Cancun Cruz, man. He needs to get the fuck out of Dodge. He's not a Texan. His wife is a millionaire. And he's just he's such a smarmy bastard, isn't he? I mean, he does have an eminently punchable face. I mean, those in the game where you punch the little thing to see how strong you are. If you put his face on one of those, man, you'd get some. I'm sorry. I just really, during the 2021 freeze when he took off to Cancun, and it got to 40 degrees in my house. We were out of power for 4 days. 4 days we were out of power. And my fish George just turned 2 years old, and he was 2 feet long, and he froze to death in his aquarium in my living room. And, but I'm from Minnesota. We didn't have any pipes burst or anything like that. I know how to, but Texas doesn't know how to winterize. And then instead of spending the money to actually fix the infrastructure, I don't know what the fuck they've done with it. Putting razor wire in the Rio Grande, try to kill immigrants. That's one of them. And and Uvalde is just a fucking stain. I watched that shit live. Hour and a half. It took them an hour and a half to breach that fucking wood. Babies are bleeding out, and it took those chicken shit bastards an hour and a half to breach the door. There were parents crawling in and going to get their kids, and I would have done the same, and I'd have no problem busting in that door trying to kill that fucker to save my child. The guys standing out there trying to decide what to do, you know what you're supposed to do. And you're supposed to be Texas policemen, Texas Rangers, Texas sheriffs. And you waited an hour and a half to breach. The guy shot himself before you decided to breach. Fucking chicken shits. You need to vote for somebody who's going to help save your kids. Who's going to not make your kids' schools into prisons and let guns be everywhere unchecked. Texans, man, we need to get rid of Abbott, Paxton, fucking Cruz, and a whole bunch of other. And nationally, Lindsey Graham's got to go. Lindsey Graham, uh, Mike Johnson, I mean, all the mega idiots who've been sycophants and bending over to let Trump, butt fuck him and not even get a reach around. I mean, just the same way that Trump let Putin butt fuck him in front of the entire world, saying that he believed Putin over his own intelligence as to who interfered in the 2016. We know it was Russia. We know that they tried to interfere in 2020. And we know that they're trying to interfere in this one. We know in some other countries they're doing it too. It's it's become an international sport to try to fuck with other people's elections. So please, please, please vote. Vote your conscience. Vote for your... Man, vote. If you got if you're a woman, no matter your age, vote for your rights. If you're not, if you have a wife, if you have a sister, a daughter, granddaughter, vote for her rights. Why would you want to? I mean, they want to take the vote away from women. Are you fucking kidding me? No. And that's why I totally agree with Kamala's we won't go back, because why the fuck would we? They want to take us back where women can't vote and we have no say. We're nothing more than fucking property. And I don't know about you, but I am definitely opposed to that. So, okay, rant for today done. If you stuck around to the end, bless you. Please subscribe. I have like 27 subscribers. Oh, I'm so lonely here. And please, if you got any questions, so long as you're serious, please, no trolls. Serious conversation. And yeah, I'll answer damn near any question you have about me, or try to explain questions that you have about other things. But I am Stephanie Nelson Davis, aka Moogie. Love you, Marie. And y'all, please vote, please vote, please vote. And and I volunteer. I've done the phone bank for Kamala twice. I'm gonna do it again. It's kind of fun. I haven't had any really horrible people, just some hang-ups. So there's still time to volunteer if you like it, but just make sure you vote. Make sure you vote. All right, love y'all. Be safe. Bye.